There you
I
go.
didn't mean to say it like that.
You're thinking about the audience. I started recording, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Oh man, we're talking about. I have food, and Ant does not at the moment.
I
So
don't, but I
but I was
will
just gonna keep
eventually.
eating because I'm that guy. I'm starving. But welcome back to the Patreon podcast. This is the fourth and final of the entire month that we're doing right now. Because we're making up for December. I believe it's this coming weekend is the live recording of next week's podcast. So technically the first one of February. On Twitch. So make sure you guys let us know if you're able to come on and hang out and such. Anyway. Do we do like life updates or we just get straight into this? Because the life updates is like main podcast, right?
The life updates we'll do on the main show.
Awesome.
If we weren't doing the tier list, we could do the life updates.
So speaking of that, we did a tier list last week that lasted so goddamn long.
Longer than we anticipated last time.
Because we also thought it was going to be very easy, cut and dry. But then any time that any of us had like a specific memory, we were just like, here's a 5-minute story. So
it was a good walk down memory lane though.
But this week, let me switch over to the website capture. We have two that we're going to do here that were also suggested by the Bearman and Friends and John. This is the controller tier list. So all the controllers that have come out from, I guess, the beginning of time. In my mind, I would assume that they would need to do what's it called? It's the thing I'm trying to say. Game Boys in it. In my mind. You know, because like technically a Game Boy is the screen of, you know, then kind of, you know.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like
but they're not a controller though.
But they are, you know, like they kinda are. I don't know. But and then we also have the Nintendo franchises, just because we all know I have some opinions when it comes to Nintendo and their franchises. I can already see a couple of these that belong in the D tier. From
there's definitely some D tiers in here.
Seen a few.
There's some also that's just like, what? Why does that even qualify?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that for a couple, but then I was like, I guess. But we'll get into that, and then just in case we have time, we have a Dragon Ball Z thing. If not, we'll do this next time. Because it's
this will be a
shorter one. We'll do which Dragon Ball Z character would only eat a pretzel and cream cheese for lunch at high school, you know?
I mean, clearly Bardock.
Clearly. Fucking douche. But yeah, let's start it off with the easiest one, I would say, that we can probably... I feel like we're gonna breeze through this. Because I feel like it's objective for a lot of them.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
Are we doing this based on objectively the best, or like we just throw in our feelings into it as well? Like memories on top of that, or do we combine it into this one score?
I don't know if there's an objective way to do it.
Really?
I think it has to be personal.
For me, it's always just objectively like, this is bad design. For like a lot of them.
Yeah, but objective would mean like common.
I feel like a lot of people
thought,
at least for some of mine.
Like, I mean, some of these are obviously
all right.
Objective.
Well, you know what? Let's just start it off with the front. The Joy-Con from the Nintendo Switch. Go from S to D. I'd put these at the very end of B, depending on where we get, because I want to put it in C, because I think that they're not
I don't
shaped enough to feel comfortable, if that makes sense.
It looked like they knew they had to make a portable console and had to find a way to make sure that, well, however you want to play it, you could play it. And this was just like, all right, this is, out of all their ideas, this is the easiest one to implement to this console.
The thing that, like, is always just annoying to me about them is that they don't feel good in your hands when they're out. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the Switch, that's neither here nor there. But, like, I can hold a Switch handheld and not have a problem, but once I just hold the Joy-Cons in my hands, I hate it. It's the worst feeling ever. I don't wanna do it ever. That's why I bring a controller.
I'll play with I'll play with the Joy Cons if they're connected to the console. I hate playing with them when they're not connected to the console.
That's what I'm thinking that we judge this as, is not connected to
Yeah,
it. So, that's why I would say end of B, depending, but
yeah.
just for context.
It could always be moved
Now,
down.
this next one, Ant, I'm gonna
D.
keep it a stack with you before you even give that. I don't know
Sorry.
what it is.
The the
I've
Oh wait. Oh wait. I was looking at the one you took Nintendo out, so I was looking at the wrong one. Okay. The next one I would put that
What is
at
it, please? Because I had never owned an Xbox, so I don't know.
that's a 360
It's
controller.
just
That's an
360.
amazing
Okay.
controller. So I would oh man, that might be up there.
The 360 controller
Oh,
is a nice feel, I will say. I played it back in the day.
that's a great control. I used to use that shit for everything. Anything that would take that controller, I would
But
use
the
a 360
batteries,
controller.
though,
I'm A. Top of A
top of
though.
it. I can agree with that. This next one, I would assume, is the original
This is the D.
Xbox.
This is the D. This is yes, the Duke, the first ever Xbox controller. That shit is hot
All right.
garbage.
I will agree with you because I have no experience, so it's all you.
Mhm.
Next is SNES. I know
S
things, video games prior
S
to my
tier.
time. You think this is S tier?
S tier controller.
Okay.
Yes. To this day, S tier controller.
It reminds me a lot of like an arcade cabinet, like more so than the one over here. Like the buttons felt more
Mhm.
arcadey, than the
Yeah.
original.
At the concave and it was just that controller set. I feel like set controllers on their way
Oh yeah,
to like open the door for like DualShock and everything
most
like that.
definitely. Do you think it was just because of the four button? Did it have bumpers too?
Yeah, there was the first. Was it the first controller LNR? I
I
want to
think
say it
so.
was.
It doesn't look like it in the picture, but I like in my brain, and when I'm holding it in my brain head hands, then I can feel
Brain head hand.
I'm not great with words tonight. If I'm being keeping it a stack with you.
Like the kids say, here's your better look.
Okay, so yeah, it does have little thingies on the top. Sweet. Yeah, I this is iconic. Then this is the cause of
Yeah,
controllers to be what they are today. If not, they would have
it's the trailblazer.
been arcades that like cabinet style forever. Next up, I think this is the PS3. I always get
That's
confused. Is this
PS4.
4?
That's 4 because it got the
It
touchpad
does
on
have
it.
the touchpad on it. I haven't played my PS3, and so that's all the way over here. I think no, it's PS.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it 3?
3. It could be 2 or 3.
Because I
No, no,
thought
no.
they made
2 is
one for the
in the
2 that
middle.
was what's it called?
2 is in the middle. You see?
Yeah, I thought they made a wireless 2 one that was like very similar to what the 3 was. Anyway, PS4 controller. I have a lot of them.
Uh,
Stick drift. Um, I've thrown a couple. That's not about the controller though. That was just about the rage behind the game I was playing. Um,
is the DualShock 3 better than the PS4 controller?
which one is the DualShock 3? Is that the
PS3
PS?
controller.
Listen, I'm not good with remembering big names. I can't remember what DualShock means.
Big name.
I'm inebriated. Um,
It's okay.
uh,
The PS3 controller better than the PS4 controller.
where did I put it? Did I accidentally drop it somewhere? Oh, I switched it with that. Weird. Um, I think that the PS3 controller. I haven't held one in so long, so I'm trying to like remember. This one felt like a good size, and then I remember when the PS4 came out, it just felt I don't know goofy to me, like slightly different, and I was like, I'm not a huge fan. I like the thumbsticks better on the DualShock 3, because I think they were like that like not filmy, like grainy texture. It
I
was
know what
like
you
more like
mean.
sand, and then
Yeah.
the for the DualShock 4, it's got like that inverted thing where there's like the circle.
Mhm.
I didn't like that because it felt like I would slip a shit ton more. So I'd maybe go like high B, low A.
I'd put it, yeah, high B, high
Okay,
B.
I'm gonna grab it to you. Come on this way, bitch. The Switch sucks.
Switch don't want to
Yeah,
budge.
Switch doesn't want to leave. Next up, I don't know what this is.
Sega Saturn controller. B.
Okay.
It was a 6-button controller, so it was great for like retro fighting game. It was a really good controller. It was comfortable.
Do you think it's better than the
I
Switch?
never owned a Saturn. Yes.
And
As far as the controller feel, yes,
lower than the
for sure.
DualShock, probably though, just because
Yes.
bumpers and stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is Genesis, right?
D.
D. Above Xbox
Huh?
or no?
No,
Oh,
C.
C. My bad. You flickered for a
It-
second. It sounded like you said D.
my bad. My bad. It's a great controller for its
All right.
time, but it wasn't better than the Super Nintendo controller. And also, there's a 6-button version of that controller that's way better than that 3-button version.
All right. The Wii U gamepad. Now, in my mind,
I mean,
this is why I said that the DS and the Game Boy need to be in this.
I kind of get it because they put
Because
that there.
yes, you could dock
It
that,
wasn't the
right?
console
Could
though.
you dock it? Like the Switch, or was that like it was just like its own thing off to the side, and then there was still a console, right?
It was similar. Like no. You could play the game off of the pad.
Oh, so it was like its own console then too. I've never seen one.
It was remote play. It was a controller with remote play.
Ah, interesting.
Like you couldn't go far. Like
Yeah.
if like all right, you've seen like you know where my basement is. If I took that upstairs, up the steps, by the time I got to the kitchen, it would start. The signal would
Okay.
start. Going
All right. Well, I have no vote in this. I've never used it.
on. It's not last tier material. Strictly for its functionality at the time, and this was like the gateway to the Switch. I'm gonna put it at the end of B. So keep Switch. Switch is obviously Switch is
Yeah.
better. So put that after
All right.
that.
This is the PlayStation 1 controller with
DualShock
the
1.
thumbsticks. This is one of
Hmm.
my favorite controllers from nostalgia, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like more than anything else, this
Yeah.
is my controller. I remember I had these, and we'll get to those in a second. But once I got the ones with the dual shocks, like everything changed. Like that was like the inspiration of me getting into like shooter games pretty much from the start.
Yeah. I agree
Because you
with
could
that. The controller
you could use
was
those on PS2,
groundbreaking.
right? I believe you could still plug those in for PS2 for DualShock 1. Because I
Mhm.
remember we only
Yeah.
had one DualShock 2, and it wasn't like it broke quick, I think. Can't remember off the top of my head. So I was always using the PS1 ones, and it just felt phenomenal.
Now, before we place this, technically, what would be the difference between like couldn't we wherever we put this, wouldn't we also put the DualShock 2 and the DualShock 3?
Well, yeah, I mean,
'Cause I think the best form of this controller is the DualShock 2.
yeah,
3 was like it was like super light. It was wireless, so that was a
true.
plus. So I don't know. Maybe 3 is the best version of this controller.
Probably.
But I don't know. For some reason I feel at home with like 2. I feel like 2 was such a sweet spot. Maybe just because it was the PS2
Mhm.
and that was just a great time.
Yeah. I don't know. This one's rough for me. I mean, it's better than Switch. I can't say if it's better than this one. Thoughts?
It's better than
Do you
that
think
one.
it's better than this, the DualShock 4? I don't think so.
I mean, I think that would completely depend on how much you value the touchpad. Because that's like the only difference.
I mean, I guess with
And
the
the fact
touchpad
that
though, then it's
and then the
technically better.
wireless.
Yeah, the
Wireless.
touchpad and that it's wireless. Like, while it's the same thing, it didn't feel cheap, even though
Yeah.
compared to some others. So I would say right
Well,
behind
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
Switch Pro controller. I'm a big fan of this.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love that controller.
above
That shit
this.
feels so good. And the big
Oh yeah,
buttons. Yeah.
the big buttons I like a lot. Like it almost the thing that's annoying to me about the Pro controller is that it doesn't feel as like expensive or like high quality to me as like a PS5 controller or the new Xbox controllers. But like I like using it more. I don't know why. Like it feels
I can
lighter.
see
It's
that.
meant for kids more so, I would assume. Like while it's still,
Mhm.
it's still a pro controller, like kids is the main target audience and it's light as hell, so if they want to use it they can. So,
Yeah.
the PS1 original controller.
I mean,
I was thinking
C, top
C.
of C.
Yeah. 100% C.
Once DualShock was a thing, that controller was like, ew.
It was the worst, man. I was trying to play games and I was just like, I can't go back. I have fucking analog sticks
Yeah,
now.
it's over now.
Um, this is the DualShock
DualShock
2.
2.
I would definitely say better than the one quality
Yeah.
wise, obviously. This touchpad and wireless makes it, I think, just,
Does PlayStation have an S tier controller to you? Because I almost want to say one of
PS5.
these DualShock should
I
be
would
up
have put the
there.
PS5. Yeah.
PS5?
I don't see it on the
Of course,
list,
that's not
yeah.
even here.
That would be there in spirit. Obviously it's there.
Yeah.
The PS5 controller is I would put it at the top of S. Like I would say this is the PS5 controller is the number one controller on the market currently.
Currently, yeah, I'll give
Yeah.
you that.
And that's
Yeah.
without going into like the pro versions of them, both the Xbox One and like the Elite series and shit. Like not even going into that. Just
Mm.
like that's it, man. Um
Yeah.
GameCube, right?
A.
A. Okay.
Yeah.
Below or above?
Below.
Below. All right. Any
I almost wanted to put the 360 at S just because of, man, the
you
functionality of
I have
360
no
controller.
experience besides playing it like once at my ex girlfriend's college dorm, and it was her roommates. It was okay.
All right. I really wish PS5 was down here because obviously the more refined 360 controller is the Xbox One / Series X, which is the last
Yeah,
one on
that'll
there.
be probably
So that would probably go up to
yeah.
S
This is
tier.
definitely going to be the number one of S for the list, but our number one. I mean, at least my number one is PS5.
It's
Yeah,
PS5.
just
Yeah.
because those haptic feedback triggers are so good.
Mm.
The original NES, simple, to the point. Yeah,
B.
B. Definitely better than Wii U, better than Switch. What is this called again? Samurai or
That Sega
uh,
Saturn controller. I don't remember the name of it.
is it better? Do you think or
Just put it. Can I really say it's better? It's probably the end of B.
the end of B? You think it's? I think it's better than the Joy
I guess.
Cons. I'd use this any
Am I
day.
judging it? Because I'm like, am I judging it for its time, or am I judging it next to these other controllers?
If I'm judging it either for its time or next to the other controllers, I'm still putting it above the Joy-Con. Because I think the Joy-Cons are just ass when they're not connected to the Switch.
All right, put it above
Personally.
the Joy-Con. You know what? Put it above the Saturn. Put it right after the PlayStation controllers.
Okay. You say so. Fucking do what I want.
If it'll let you. There
All
you
right. 64.
go. End of C.
Thank you. I'm glad because I hate this controller, and I think if you defend that controller, you're an alien because you have an extra
You
fucking
are.
hand to use the controller hidden, and it's just gonna come out and be like, "I got you, man."
It just comes out of your chest. Exactly.
I don't know what this is. It has a screen on it.
That's the Dreamcast
Dreamcast.
with the loud memory
Oh
card
yeah,
I
the one that
talked about.
beeps.
Yeah. Um. Put this after. After the DualShock 1.
All right.
What makes that controller lose points is because, well, I told you about the beep, but also that's not even really the case. The wire comes from the bottom and not the top, which was
I'm
stupid.
just seeing that as you fucking said it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dumb.
But the controller felt good though.
That's so weird. Like, if you want to just like lay back and like, you can't.
Yeah, it's like coming from under.
Do you
Yeah.
need the screen for like every game, or no?
No. You don't need you could take the screen out
I
and
mean, I
still
guess
play
you.
games. That's just your
Oh,
memory
I didn't
card.
know that. Even after the story that you explained, I didn't visually see that in my brain coming out. I was just like, oh yeah, it's like a little SD card or something.
You could take it out and then it has buttons on it, so you can scroll through shit on there.
Yeah, you could like lay it on your chest in theory. I don't know how comfortable that would be, but
exactly.
The Wii, I really like the Wii. I think this was really cool.
How much?
I thought it was very cool for what it did at the time. Like, motion controls weren't ever a thing before, for me at least. Obviously, there's the fucking, what's it called thingy, the meme, the Power Glove. Like, that's technically motion control, but eh. So, but like something like this was so fucking insane at the time. Also, the amount of stories that came out of like the idiot dads not using the strap, and then it fucking
throwing it in the screen.
It's just like javelins through the middle. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Great times to be had. So I want to put it somewhere in B. But I don't know where amongst these three at the top that I would put it, or if it would be better than the Dreamcast, because I would put it in between one of these three. Not at number one in B, but just in between.
Well, it's got to be better than NES, because when you turn a Joy-Con to the side, it is the NES controller.
Oh yeah.
So it's either between Dreamcast and NES or right after DualShock 1. And
do you think it's better than a DualShock 1? It's kind of hard to do this one because it's kind of like
because this controller's not like anything else.
Yeah. Like, you could do so
it was comfortable to use
too. Like, you could just turn it and then it's another thing. And then all the accessories that it came with it were cool too. Like, for like Guitar Hero and shit, you would just like slot the whole fucking thing inside of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's so goddamn cool.
For the driving games, you just slide it into a steering wheel.
The baseball bats and tennis rackets. I feel like if you're adding in that kind of stuff, it puts it higher than the DualShock 2 for me. Wait, it's the 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's 2. I don't think it would go past 3, though. If I had to argue. I would say it's almost the same spot as DualShock 2 for me.
I guess based off like how many, this thing was such a phenomenon when it dropped. Like every household had it. Like,
and it was good too. Like, it was pretty fucking accurate for what it was. You see that?
All right, we can put it the second in B.
Wait, what in B?
Put the Wii controller, the second one in
second.
B.
You think it's better than DualShock 3? This is 3 right now. It's 2. Yeah,
it's 2. Oh no! It can't be better than DualShock 2.
I think it's better than
that's this. A better spot.
I feel like these two are like almost equals. You know what I mean? Like, for different reasons, like, because they're both great controllers, but you can't really say one's better than the other because they do completely separate things, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's just DualShock 3, I would say, would probably go right above DualShock 2 just because it's wireless.
Should there be a PlayStation controller in the A slot somewhere?
I don't believe so. Maybe this one at the end of A. I guess we could do end of A for that because it's technically.
Yeah, but then is that better than PS4?
No, that's a good point. So how about that?
Would you swap out?
So
Okay,
that's the
that works for
top
me.
of B. PS4 goes into A, but it's not better than GameCube.
Okay. All right.
And then the final one, I don't know.
No, I'd say that it is better than
You think it's
GameCube.
better than GameCube? Better than Okay, so
Yeah, I
now
love GameCube
alright, so here
controllers.
we are. Xbox 360 versus PS4.
What do you wait?
These two.
Yeah.
You think the 360 controller is better than the PS4 controller?
Hmm.
If I have to choose personally,
No, I'm see.
batteries.
It's hard for me.
Batteries.
That's a good point.
That I can't No one who ever had an Xbox in high school that talked to me would ever be able to counter argument when I had my PS3 of why I should trade it in and get the Xbox. I'm like, I'm not using batteries to charge my fucking controller, and when they die, they die. When I could just plug it in when I'm done, put it in sleep mode, and bada bing, bada boom. Charger is so much better. And I win that argument
It
every
is.
time.
I don't. I guess I just wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking more so just functionality, like using the controller. But it's a valid point.
I feel
Um,
like it's the same feel, like for me. I mean, the only difference is one of the fucking analog sticks in a different spot, right?
shit. But wouldn't that make? Well, no, PS5 is up there, which would
PS5
be
is
number
top of
one.
S. That's the number one,
Yeah.
100%. You just can't see it. It's here in spirit.
All right. So then, damn, the PS4 got a huge bump.
Oh yeah,
So PS4 goes to the top of A.
top of A. You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, I think I just have my sentimental value for the Xbox 360. I just used it so
Yeah,
much.
I mean, it was an insane controller at the time. Like it was phenomenal. It was what everything was played on at like LAN competitions for like Halo and shit. But, well, I mean, obviously
It was
because
so
Xbox, but
multi-purpose.
it was just such a big thing. I feel
Yeah.
like the controller modding also happened first on Xbox 360 controllers too. Like taking the plates off and painting them. Like I didn't see that with
Mm,
PS3 controllers ever. The fucking plates you could just
yeah.
take off real quick with that. It's easier
Yeah.
to take off. That is like if you unscrew everything. But yeah,
I got it.
I don't know what this last one is. It has a cord though.
That's the Xbox. What was it called? The S controller for the original. When that big giant one we put in
Yeah.
D that no one liked it. This was like the precursor to the Xbox 360
Okay.
controller when they made this.
So would it go above in D, or
Um,
do you think it goes to C? And we keep one
nah,
D.
it's better than
Oh,
C.
really?
It would be like, yeah, it was a good controller. When that controller came out, it's like, oh, okay, now y'all are on to
Okay.
something. Um, I would put that after the no,
This is all up to you.
after the NES controller.
Okay. Boop. All right. There's our list. Do we have any last minute changes before we finalize this and move on?
Um,
I think we're good, personally.
I think we're okay.
Just we got to know that PS5 is the number one out of all of it, but this list didn't have it, sadly. I really do like this
Yeah,
Xbox controller though. I use it a lot on my PC, and it's a very good controller. Um,
yeah.
Next we got the Nintendo franchises, which Ant didn't think there were this many. I don't know all of them, obviously, because I didn't really
Hmm.
grow up on Nintendo stuff as much. I had it, but I wasn't like in there. Um,
Right.
so I'm gonna have to defer a lot to you, obviously, and I'm sure that we will get in some slight arguments about a couple of these. We'll see what happens. But
It's all good.
leading us off is Advance Wars, which I have no experience with off the rip. All up to you.
See,
See. All right.
it's not the worst, but it ain't fantastic. I'm not an Animal Crossing
Neither am I.
guy, so
So I guess we got to judge it from the outside looking
but
in.
people fucking love it so much. So
All right.
A.
Bayonetta.
I don't even. I don't count that as Nintendo, even though it kind of is now.
I can put it
Um,
at D, and we can consider that as like not Nintendo.
I would put it at D, but then I don't.
I don't know if the franchise is bad or not. That's the thing. Like
I mean, that's why I don't want to put it at D. Put it at C,
with Advance Wars or above or below.
below.
Alrighty. Donkey
Somebody else need
Kong.
it, right?
I would probably put an S because of the amount of characters that there are in there that are interesting and fun based on games I
You can
never
put that
played.
at
Yeah.
S.
I feel like Donkey Kong is probably one of the most iconic characters that technically they got besides Mario. I don't think it's like top of S, but I think it's up there.
I don't think it's an S. I think it's a top of A though.
Okay. I can shuttle for that. Yeah.
Personally,
Dr. Mario.
what D?
I don't know.
What has he done for me lately?
I
Like
he didn't write you any
there was like
prescriptions?
2 Dr. Mario games. No, I'm good.
Um,
I don't hate Dr. Mario either. I just don't know.
so this one is Fire Emblem.
I'm not a Fire Emblemsman.
Neither am
I
I.
don't like, but it's such a beloved thing. Like
Below or above Animal Crossing. I'd say it would go in A just because obviously it's so good, but with our lack of understanding, I think it would have to argue with Animal
I was
Crossing.
gonna say just put it in B.
Okay.
I wouldn't even put it in A.
All right. F-Zero. I have never played.
Top of C. I love F-Zero, but I have to do it, and it's not even because I think it's lackluster. I just don't think Nintendo does enough with the franchise to warrant it to get a higher
All
score.
right. Golden Sun. I've seen action figures of this, and I think I've sent you pictures of them before, and you were like, "Why the fuck are they
Yeah.
making figures of this dookie game?"
No, I love Golden Sun. It's why are they making it? Because they don't. They're not supporting the.
There was
series
something else
anymore.
that I sent you then, and you were like, "Why are they making this? This game was shit," or I forget what it was.
I remember saying that.
Send you too much shit. Is what I'm saying.
Golden Sun should go at the top of
Top
B.
of B.
Golden Sun is dope. For those who've never played a Golden Sun and you like turn-based RPG, you're gonna really, really, really enjoy Golden Sun. Kid Icarus, top of C.
Top of C. All right. Kirby. Definitely better.
B.
You don't think he's better than Donkey Kong?
I think it's like right. No, I don't. I think Kirby is like a good.
But he just had a forgotten.
He's
land.
reliable, and it was great. That's still A.
Well, you said B.
I don't think Kirby is S. Oh yeah, I did.
I was thinking A.
And I think Kirby should go between Donkey Kong and Animal Crossing.
Okay. Now, this next one. Objectively, I know I'm not right, but it's S tier.
I was gonna say B, top of B.
I know I'm not right, but that's my favorite Nintendo franchise.
Yeah, it's great.
The only one I give a shit about, which is saying something because there's a lot of them. Like WarioWare, they ruined it for me, sadly. But
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
But I think on an average, though, I think WarioWare is up there.
It's in a spot, but it definitely dropped with the last game. Mario and Luigi.
I don't hate the end of B.
End of B. Mario Kart, I would say, is S tier.
Well, S.
This might be top of S tier for me. There's just because I think it's timeless, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to that. We'll see where we get. Mario Party, I would say, is also S, even though nothing matters. You know. We haven't played that since
I know. Since we were a threesome.
That's the crazy part, is like I would love to go back and play that, but we need to play it with more people, and I don't know. Can you do that online and in person?
I don't know.
So
I don't even own a Mario Party game. I mean, we can get it.
I'm just curious if like if you and I are on a couch, we could like, hey, haptic guys, get the fuck on. We're playing Mario Party and just record a game. But I don't
Maybe
know.
I'd have to look into it.
Yeah. You have to look into it by spending $60 on a game that's been out for 3-4
I don't
years.
know. I'm gonna do some Google
Yeah.
research.
I would put
Oh,
it probably like top of A or S personally. It's like a timeless game series.
I'd say top of A more than
Alright.
S.
Super Mario,
Well, I mean,
probably number 1.
I would say S,
Yeah. Do
obviously.
you think it's better than Mario Kart though? Like I understand there is no Mario Kart without Super Mario, but like as like a game franchise, I feel like while one's very simple, it's always good. As opposed to Super Mario where it's like changing up the game and whatnot. I don't know. I don't I'm gonna defer to you because if I say an opinion, I will get flamed.
Um, we could put it after Mario Kart.
After Mario Kart? Alright.
While Super Mario is timeless, I think Mario Kart is still their best-selling franchise ever.
Oh yeah. In theory, I feel like they should definitely have a what's it called? Smash on here.
What? I didn't even realize that wasn't here.
Unless it's this one. It is. Okay.
Oh,
It was
shit.
it was
It was invisible.
the Smash Brothers. Number 1.
After Mario Kart.
After Mario Kart?
Obviously, no. See, I know I'm biased.
Ant hates the fighting game community.
I just know overall what's the biggest thing on Nintendo, and it's Mario
It's
Kart.
the one that they keep making DLC for.
Exactly.
Metroid.
After it's either after or before Donkey Kong.
Okay. I would probably
Um,
say before. Personally.
Yeah, okay. I'm good with that.
I think it's just a cool ass franchise. Like even if it's not like the games, it's just cool looking at. I've never played. So I just like look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's fucking cool looking. Mother.
That's Earthbound. It's end of B because they don't support it enough.
All right.
Even though it's a classic RPG.
Another hidden one. Mother.
Why is it there twice?
Mother. Mother. Paper Mario. I've never played a Paper Mario, sadly.
I like Paper Mario. Put that after Luigi's Mansion.
All right. Pikmin.
I never
I
played a
hate
Pikmin game.
Pikmin. I think it's stupid.
It never looked interesting at
It
all
looks
to me.
stupid. I don't understand why people think it's fun. I tried a Pikmin something once, and I was like, "What is the point of this? This is stupid. I hate it," and then turned it off.
I don't have enough information, so if we're just going by that, then D.
Yeah. I would say this is definitely from a point of like, I was a child at the time, so I couldn't figure out games probably as well. But still, I was having the worst fucking time when playing this. And also, we don't know. Pokemon.
That's S.
It's got to be past Mario Kart, right? Like, it's got to be the number 1.
All right, I think it's
Because it's the franchise.
I'm not
It's
the
not
Pokemon guy really anymore, but I understand the gravity of Pokemon. I just don't think I personally would play Mario Kart before I play Pokemon.
true. But this isn't.
I would probably play all 3 of those before Pokemon.
This isn't just a game series list, though. This is the franchise list. So Pokemon, not just as the games, as a franchise.
Yeah, it's selling like
Cards,
hotcakes,
plushies, furry suits, body paint for porn parodies.
Yikes!
Go look it up. It's
All right,
bad.
put your Pokemon.
I
at the
don't
top of the list.
want to. Hey, do you not think it's better than Mario? I feel like it's the biggest franchise in the world.
I think that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's hard. It's undeniable.
I feel like people, if you showed them Pikachu, would know it was Pikachu 10 times out of 10 more than what's it called? Mario. Mario is still up there, but Pikachu is like, he's doing what's the move in Smash where he up Bs and he's like
Quick attack,
just going up.
Mhm.
Stonks, but Pikachu. Podcast.
I think Mario and Pikachu are on the same level. As far as like visibility, I think everyone knows who Mario is. Mario is like the president of video games.
Yeah.
He's just the video game character.
That's a good way to put it. Punch Out.
Top of C.
Top.
He has the same issue as Kid Icarus.
All right. Rhythm Heaven.
I know nothing of Rhythm Heaven.
Don't either.
Besides that, it's a
We're
rhythm
just
game.
gonna put it at the bottom of D because we don't know. Splatoon.
I don't play Splatoon. I know people love Splatoon,
Yeah.
so I'll put it at the end of A.
Okay. I'm gonna make an argument here.
Mhm.
Don't make me put Splatoon above Luigi's Mansion.
Fine.
Please.
Whatever. I don't play Splatoon. Then put Luigi's Mansion at the end of A and put Splatoon at the top of B.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That was just for me personally. I was like, I can't do that. I'm sorry. Star Fox.
I did my boy Fox wrong, man. End of B. No, after Mario and Luigi.
The legendary Starfy.
Fuck is that? I have no idea what that is. I defer to you on this one.
For me, this would have been
Mhm.
S
Right.
if that new game wasn't as bad as it was to me. I would definitely put shit. You played the original WarioWare, right? Or no?
I don't remember. I might not have.
Yeah.
I've never owned a WarioWare game.
Because I would definitely, in my brain, I would put it slightly above Star Fox for me. But I don't also know. I've never played a Star Fox, but I've just watched it. It's just not my type of game, so that's the only reason why I'm like, about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it below Star Fox just because I feel like that just makes more sense. Because this is like a main character and this is a side character that got a real weird world by himself.
But WarioWare, it was been supported and more successful over time than Star Fox.
True, but that's just because Nintendo forgot about Star Fox. They just forgot.
Do right by Star Fox. They won't do right by Star Fox or F-Zero.
Next one, I have no idea. Xenoblade.
I don't play Xenoblade.
We're just putting it here because we don't know, or do we want to try and place it somewhere above?
People like it. Put it at the beginning of C.
Beginning of C. This is okay.
Yeah.
This is based off of us not knowing Yoshi.
This is based off us not knowing, but knowing that that has a fan base.
Its favorite character, Yoshi.
But like, what is
Yoshi's Island?
But that's Mario.
It's not. It's Yoshi.
It's called Yoshi. Which Yoshi's Island?
I played the Game Boy one. It's Yoshi's Island, isn't it?
Yeah. But do you know what it's called before the words Yoshi's Island? It's called Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Well, You don't play as Mario, so it's a Yoshi game.
Okay, so, but he's more than Yoshi's Island. Like, I can't base it off just that game. That's a phenomenal game.
I'm just surprised to hear you say
But
that he's more than just Yoshi's Island.
it's
I
Yoshi's
thought you would
Island.
think that he's also just, scum of the earth, used to get you ahead in life.
Let's clear something up, right? I don't fucking hate Yoshi.
I just
right?
use him.
My only argument was if it was him or me, I'm sacrificing the dinosaur.
Damn, they're extinct. How? I can't believe you.
Mario jumped off all the dinosaurs.
That's what really made them extinct.
Yeah. It's Yoshi's Island, Yoshi 64, Yoshi's Epic Yarn. No, wait, that was Kirby. Yoshi has a game on Switch or Wii U, one of them.
Realistically,
But they're
I would
all
put this below WarioWare.
yeah. The only Yoshi game that gets constant like conversation about it is Yoshi's Island.
100%. But
I just don't think he's had a banger since.
hell yeah, I agree. We're gonna do this one first, just out of sheer principle. ARMS.
D.
Yeah.
I don't even have a conversation about it. It's just D.
And then to end the list the correct way, The Legend of Zelda.
What's S?
Where? An S. That's the thing. I have.
After Mario Kart.
That's exactly where I was gonna say. Shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm being real.
I was gonna say I feel like it's definitely better than Smash Bros, but I feel like Mario Kart, just with what it is and how longevity it's had and keeps going and keeps going and doesn't stop. It just puts it up there. All right.
Yeah.
Do you think anything needs to be switched or moved? Thinking music. Do that, editor Chris. If you have time, which you probably won't, because you're surprisingly busy this week.
No, I think we're good.
All right. Well, that is our top list thing of the Nintendo franchise.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Well, it's only been 47 minutes. So we have to
feels like a lifetime with
I know,
you.
we gotta fluff for another 15 to give them the full hour experience of us. Read any good books lately?
Nope.
Shit.
So, wasn't there like a really short tier one that you said was up here? Tier
The
list?
Dragon Ball Z one is the only other one that I opened up.
That ain't short.
Yeah, it's around 50 plus characters for that one. Let me see if I can find another one that's like okay to do. But there's not many games that we're both familiar with. These are like very specific to. Oh, you know what? This one should be easy.
What? The characters? I don't even remember everyone
That's
and what their
it's
motivations
gonna
were.
go easy. We'll go quick and easy for this last one. And it's because it was motherfucking the season premiere of The Last of Us on HBO. The Last of Us 1 and 2 characters. This is going to have to be spoiler free because, the show's
Trust me,
coming
that'll
out.
be easy for me. I don't remember what most of these people were talking about.
A lot of these people are in 2 and 1. Like, it's fine. We're good. If we don't know them, we'll do D. D for don't know. If we can't remember. C will be our bottom tier for it. All right. Now, number 1 on the list, Abby from The Last of Us 2, S tier.
Oh, S.
Literally,
all day.
I will argue tooth and nail for any of the rest of the characters. She might be number 1 till the end.
I'm about to say, there's just spoiler alert already. There's not going to be a character above Abby.
Yeah. There are characters that I would say obviously could go past her, but
Personally, she's staying there.
yes. Motherfucking Bill.
I don't even know how to judge him.
I would say around a B. Like he was a good character.
B for
B for
Bill.
Bill. He got you where you needed to go. It wasn't too serious or but yeah, Bill was pretty good. Next up, I think it says David. I don't know who that is.
Isn't that the creepy dude?
He looks
I forgot what his
creepy.
deal was.
I don't remember. Is that from 1 or 2? I don't remember him at all. Like I feel like if we can't place what game he is, I think he goes in D.
I just remember he was a creep.
Yeah. I mean, you can see that from the picture, though. You don't even need to,
Yeah. You think he's like he's helping you out, and then he's not.
So he's a dick. Fuck him. He's in D.
Yeah.
Dina. I'd say probably around B as well.
Yeah,
I didn't really
B.
love or hate her. I would say she's better than Bill just because she's got more to do than Bill. Like Bill's like there and then gone.
Yeah.
Ellie. I am very shocked at you with your concerned looked face. I would have put straight in S immediately.
Yes. Because it's like, I feel like there's only going to be like 3 characters in this.
There might be a couple more. There's 1 or 2 that I would vouch maybe to be an S as well. Harry.
I don't know who the fuck
It
is
was
that?
Harry and his brother, I believe. The younger.
Oh,
I think that's who it is. Yeah, Harry and Sam. Or no, wait, that was
Yeah, I remember them now. They were in 1.
Yeah,
right?
that was in 1. Mm-hmm. It was a very good scene. I don't remember which one of it was without spoiling. That, whatever happens, I can't remember that. But I remember it was very hard to move past the section that they were in.
Right.
It was like probably one of like my first sections of like Last of Us being like, no, you need to keep playing. You don't have a choice. And I was like, oh fuck. Besides all the times that I got jump scared and I was like, fuck this bullshit, I'm a bitch.
I'm a bitch. Oh, they were good. You didn't see them for like they were here and gone.
Maybe like top of C. Put both of them there.
Top of C. Yeah.
Get them out of the way. Isaac.
What did he do?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
All right, we're gonna do that. Jerry. I hated this guy.
What did he do?
He's the surgeon.
Oh, the
surgeon. I believe.
I
think so, yeah.
See, I kind of want to. No. See. There wasn't a whole lot with him, but he had a lot of
2 there
weight
was.
to his character.
2 we get more of him.
True,
1 we see him for a little bit, and then, well, very little bit. And then 2 we get like a lot of more stuff from him. In flashbacks. Also, I thought by mistake he was Owen from 2. Because they look the exact same. Where the fuck is Owen? It's like somewhere around here. Look at these 2 pictures next to each other. That's the same person.
Just turned a different way.
Literally, like this is 5 o'clock shadow and like highlights, and this is after 10 years of meth. Anyway, we'll put him back down there. Jesse. A.
Yeah, A. I was thinking that.
Jesse, I love. I'm not gonna say anything. So if I say any single thing about him, it will be a big spoiler.
I get where you're.
But I
get where
love
you're going.
Jesse. Joel.
He's S
tier.
Yeah.
Do you think he's better than Ellie? I don't know.
I think over time, if you think about Ellie's whole story from beginning to where it left off, and Joel's whole story from beginning to where it left off, I feel like Joel's motivations over time was better than Ellie's.
Okay. Do you think that warrants putting him above her?
Especially,
Him above her, then? Do you think?
Yeah. Especially in 2.
Oh yeah.
With his flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah. I saw on TikTok the other day. This is gonna be like such a random sentence. It's not even gonna spoil anything. Someone got a tattoo of a Brachiosaurus skull with a top hat on, and it was like,
Because of that.
yeah, and like the
Mm.
hilarious part is if you haven't played the game or don't know this is gonna be in the show later on, you'll never remember that I said that. So,
Yep.
and it's super specific, and it's never gonna be what you think it is. But yeah, that scene
No.
fucking gets me every time. Jordan, one of the members of the like Last of Us 2 crew with Abby, I believe. I think he was a part of them.
I don't remember. Like he seems
Yeah.
familiar, but I
I'm
don't.
gonna put him in D just because I think that's who he is, but I don't know. Lev. Top of A or bottom of S for me. I really liked Lev.
Yeah, she or he. It was a he, right?
Plot, I can't say.
Either way, they were killing shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
I kind of want to lead towards because he's definitely better than Jesse, which is sad to say because I like Jesse a lot. But I think bottom of S. This is one of the ones where I was like, I was gonna argue you if you didn't think was S. I was gonna be like, nah,
No,
S.
I
Yeah.
remember when they came into the
Oh
picture.
yeah, and all the parts with her all the parts with them were badass. Let's just
Yeah.
nondescript pronouns, and then we don't give away plot at all. Manny, I don't remember, but I think he's also a part of the crew that was with Abby. I think he was he was definitely one of the ones that you meet in a couple flashbacks at the start, and then you get to see him more throughout the rest of the game.
Mm.
He was okay. I would definitely put him above Jerry. Fuck Jerry.
Fuck Jerry.
That could be the podcast title, but it won't be. Maria. I don't remember Maria.
Me neither.
Marlene, really good in the show.
Yeah.
In the game, probably bottom of B, I would say.
I can deal with that. Bottom B.
Owen. I don't like this Nick Swartzen looking motherfucker.
I don't remember what his
He
deal
was
was.
the dude leader of the pack with Abby's crew. He was kind of like annoying as fuck. With like he was also playing some stuff as well. He was doing some stuff that made me mad for a certain character.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Pissed me off.
Uh.
Fuck Jerry.
Bottom of.
I was gonna say fuck Jerry, man. He's cool, but where were you thinking?
I was about to say bottom of B, top of C. I didn't know.
I just like Manny
even though
more.
I hated him. Well, yeah, that's fine. Because even though I hated him, you had to be doing really good at that, at being hateable.
Objectively, you're right. Yeah, we're doing bottom of B. Yeah. Mel, bruh. So sad about Mel.
Yeah, was that the one? How do I say it without saying it?
Probably yes.
Is that the one holding?
Yes.
Okay.
I would probably, just because I liked how her relationships intertwined with a couple other characters, and like the way that they all got to interact. I'd probably put her bottom of A.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she is the Jessie of that crew. Like with the amount of
She was pretty
importance,
important.
like, you know?
Yeah. She held some weight.
Literally.
True that.
Nora. I don't remember Nora.
I don't either.
I feel bad because I need to replay these now, but I don't remember a lot of these people. Riley. That's
Riley.
Joel's daughter, right? Or no, that's Sarah.
No,
Who's Riley?
yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Is it bad that I thought that this was Sarah because it looks like the actress that plays Sarah in the show? I
True,
like
true.
genuine was like, I don't remember the game at all and what the game looked like. Um, that being said, Sarah I feel like deserves top of A, just because, goddamn,
Yeah, yeah. You can say top of
yeah,
A.
because that got me so bad in the show. But yeah, I don't remember Riley. Who's Riley?
I don't know where to. I don't
Oh,
remember.
okay.
I'm trying to think and I don't remember.
Wait, I think I remember who she is. Uh, the
Who?
part of Abby's crew from Last of Us 2. I can tell because the art's better in the picture. Um, but she was the one that went into the subway situation with the spores. And Ellie was being a
Um.
badass about it because she can't be infected by the spores.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember this. I
I
remember this now.
really liked her character. If that's who this is,
It was
yeah,
cool.
I think that was her.
I would put
Definitely
her before Bill.
before Bill. All right,
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Seth. I don't know if that's what his voice sounds like, but it in my mind it does. Seth.
Seth. I don't remember what he
Neither do
did.
I. Cool. Awesome. Tess.
Oh man, she got to be yes, right? Just for what she did.
Yeah, but my opinion of this is that the Tess in the game, until I watched the first HBO episode, I did not give a shit about Tess from the
Mm.
game as much. But with some stuff that we get in the show that shows a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit
kind of what
more,
I got
like,
the recency bias from the show
yeah.
right now.
And then when I think back from, like, not from the show, I never thought of Tess again. That's the thing.
True.
Like,
Me
when it came
neither.
to the game, objectively. Like, it was one of those things where I was like,
Yeah.
that was really cool, but I didn't really, like, hold on to it as much of a, like, everything else that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would go S. I would go in A, definitely. I would put it high A.
I'll take it. I'll take that.
Do you want to do top of A, or you think Sarah is better?
Sarah is the overall motivation for
Mhm.
everything, but it was short lived.
No pun intended.
True.
I feel like that's enough of a spoiler where it's fine because that's the first fucking 30 minutes of the game. So, come on.
Put her at the top of A.
Top of A. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy. I love Tommy.
I would put Tommy before Jesse.
For Jesse. All right. His scene in 2 at the farmhouse, that one was so good.
Yeah,
That was
for sure.
one of the moments where I was like, damn, I really like Tommy. Like, he kind of came fully around at that moment.
For sure.
Yara. I do not remember Yara.
I don't either.
Yeah. Actually, no. This is Lev's sister.
Oh
That's
yeah.
trying to get.
Where would you put her though?
I liked her a lot. I just completely forgot about her, but she did do what she did to make Lev, you know. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. I am, for some reason, needing more cowbell. Um,
She top of B or bottom of A.
yeah, I guess.
Or you know what? No.
Maybe
Somewhere in B.
maybe above Bill, because I just like that Riley scene a lot. If we're right about who we think it is.
Yeah,
I would definitely say
I
above
think
Bill, but not better than that.
that works.
'Cause that scene was that was such a good. I mean, it was a good scene with the duo of them that it was going on with.
Mhm.
Baby that I don't remember the name of.
D. What? I mean, what they didn't. I'm sorry. I know you're a little cute little baby, but that does not give you
You're not a
points on the tier
character.
list.
You could
Right.
still be. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna. It's the new.
Last of Us 3.
Yeah, Jesus. Honestly, I hope there is a Last of Us 3, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, The Last of Us just came out on HBO. We're gonna talk about it this week on the podcast, you guys. Yeah, we
Finally.
didn't do it last week just to give people some time, just in case you didn't see the first episode. So we'll probably talk about the first
Mhm.
episode, majority spoilers, and then two. I don't know. I didn't watch it yet personally. I don't know about you. Um,
The second
yeah,
episode? I
I have
watched it.
not. I need to do that.
I watched it last night.
Okay. Well, I'll get caught
Yeah.
up and to talk on whenever we record next. But yeah, make sure you guys pay attention to your calendars. 28th is when we're going to do the live podcast. Let us know if you could be on it. Uh, that being said, I feel like that's all we got for you guys this time. That was the last and final Patreon podcast of this month. We've caught up. Though we'll go back to 2 next month
We have.
because Jesus
Mhm.
Christ, we need time. So
Our eyes are
Yeah.
bleeding.
the amount of videos I've had to edit in the past like month is insane. I'm just like, can we please stop? And then like Premiere kept updating with random bullshit, and I was like,
Of course.
dude. And then it would fail renders. I was up one night till like 4 in the morning trying to get it up. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Then I just went to bed. I was like, fuck it.
Audio amigos win.
Who knew? They had to just tough it out
Right.
until I couldn't anymore. But I've been going to bed
Pretty
very
much.
late as of late, so I have
I'm going to bed right after
Yeah.
this. I don't even. I think this point my sleepiness might overtake my hunger, and I'm just going to go to
I
sleep.
feel that. I still have a garlic knot in front of me, and I'm gonna murder it once we're off camera from each other.
I'll hide that murder from the
I
camera.
want to hide it more so from you, so you can go get more food before bed.
Nah, it's all
But
good. It's all
yeah,
good.
man, it was a good time. Thank you for being with us on this
Without a doubt.
episode. We'll see you guys next time,
Mhm.
and obviously the main pod.
We appreciate
There's
you.
nothing that we say at the end of this. It's just we just cold end like that.
Cold.
I don't know what any of that
I
was.
didn't know what to do. I don't either. I don't
You
know what
moved
the hell
so
that shit
far away
is.
from your mic, it was just silent for a second, and I was just like, "Is he saying something?"
I didn't know what to do.
No, you're good. And it is almost 1:00.
Late. Mm-hmm.
God. Well, goodbye, guys. See ya.
Bye. Bye, everyone.